It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. The action tonight will be happening out in Los Angeles, where the Clippers will be going up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, they are really playing at a high level right now, going 8-1 over the last 9 games. Guys, we know about the accolades Steph Curry has received as a player, the MVPs, becoming one of the most widely recognized faces in the NBA. But you have to credit him for just how far he's come since he came into the league, Shaq.
You know what? One of the hardest workers in the game, improves on something every season, and Ernie added a new shimmy to his game after he hits big shots. A little shimmy, Ernie.
You know
I'm
what?
telling you now.
I like the shimmy, Shaq, but I think he came in as a shooter, Ernie, and then all of a sudden now he's become more of an all-around player. But I think the biggest improvement is his body. He's now, at one time, was thought of as injury-prone, and now not at all, because I think that's the work ethic that he has in the summertime.
Can you do the shimmy, Shaq?
Do it with me, Ernie. Oh, nice, Ernie. Nice, Ernie.
You know what?
It's like driving a bus, Ernie. It's like driving a bus.
And you know, Kenny,
What's that?
makes, Curry?
What?
He makes it look
Effortless.
We are live at the Staples Center for a Western Conference contest with the Los Angeles Clippers here in L.A. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And the Warriors on a single-game road trip here before heading back home. They've been picking up some steam, and if they can play this well all season, they'll be in excellent shape.
Yeah, this is a great team, and I wouldn't put it past them to continue to play at a very high level. I mean, that's the makeup of the squad. They've got great character, tremendous talent, and obviously very well coached. They very well could continue to play this kind of basketball throughout the course of the season.
Now, Golden State's starting 5. Durant and Draymond Green, talented forward duo. The sharpshooters Curry and Thompson are at the 1 and the 2. And it's Pachulia in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more. And in these early stages, Chris, of the season, how quickly do you start to get a sense of where your team stands and how good they can be or how bad they might be?
I would say that first 20 games is a really good kind of litmus test, gives you a pretty good gauge to see where your team is. You're going to get to play against teams from both conferences. You have some really good teams and bad teams in that mix, so you kind of see how you play in all situations. Those first 20 games, you establish who you are.
And you knew after the big decision to come to Golden State from Oklahoma City that Kevin Durant would feel some heat from fans around the league. And overall, he did a good job, I thought, C-Webb, of tuning it out. And he had an incredible year, his first year with the Warriors.
You're right, Kevin. And fans can hate the fact he joined a great team, but it clearly was the right move for him. I mean, look at these numbers. A career year in so many categories. Field goal percentage, blocks, rebounds. I mean, he just played well last year.
Curry kicks to Green. Cans it from downtown.
And there you have it. That's your power forward center. Draymond stretching the floor with legit three-point range.
Griffin sets the screen for Beverly. Pass to Griffin. Shoots over Curry. Griffin's shot is off.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision-making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Here's Jordan. Drops in the layup for two.
And that's as high percentage as it gets for Jordan. He has shot over 65% for his entire career.
Now here's Durant. There's a screen. Dishes it to Green. Curry outside. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 6 points for Steph Curry.
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
And here's Beverly. Boy, he just disappeared against San Antonio, and they really needed him. Jordan with the screen on Durant. Here's Griffin. The second chance effort. It's stolen by Green. Pachulia. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Warriors lead by 8. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And a chance to hear from DeAndre Jordan, who talks about the inspiration he drew from head coach Doc Rivers.
Doc told me, you should be Defensive Player of the Year, not just for one time, but for multiple years. And I could tell that he wasn't trying to hype me up or just telling me that because I was his player. He really meant it. Once you have that confidence from somebody like that, you can only play well.
And you gotta love how the passion to play defense burns in DeAndre, and how Doc has stoked that fire with desire and inspiration. I mean, I have to believe we're going to see that confidence proven to be right.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, right. Only the first quarter. Don't over-panic, but it seems like their strategy is working. We'll see if the other side can counter.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Iguodala is at the 3, with Green playing the 4. McCaw is out there with Livingston, and it's West in at the 5 spot. Williams for 3. Good on the triple. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide-open man easily.
And Lou Williams, a perfect fit in their high-powered offense.
Listen, Sweet Lou, that was my rookie, okay? Lou is a professional scorer. Whatever team he is on, he finds a way to provide instant offense.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Warriors shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. He misses the free throw.
Something we've seen a few times that the Warriors went through last season was super teams needed time to gel. Not the same incredible start for the Warriors. They weren't able to match their 73-win season. But who cares when you bring home that chip?
Wesley Johnson's checked in for the Clippers. And he sinks the second. As the games went on, however, the Warriors looked more and more cohesive as a team. Took some bumps getting there, but it was worth the wait.
Well, we saw the same thing in Miami with LeBron, Bosh, and Wade, or in Boston with KG, Pierce, and Allen, and so on. So finding your roles and figuring out who needs to do what, it's a big part of NBA basketball. Warriors were not exempt from that, even with Durant.
McCaw misses. Clippers trail by 8. Johnson outside. They set the screen. Green with the block.
Like a Jaguar looking for his next meal. Draymond pouncing on the attempted shot.
2 second difference between shot clock and game clock. Iguodala outside. The pass to West. 6 to shoot. Right side, Green. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Rivers. That shot misses. And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here by Steve Kerr. Coach, great offense from your guys in the first half. What got you the lead?
I started calling some great plays for Steph Curry.
That's why you're the coach of the year, Steve. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They have a solid 8-point lead. Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
In simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing, Ernie. They were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots. Did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second half. It's going to be hard to beat them, boy. Woo-wee.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Clippers.
Well, I think they could be way more physical than they have been in the first half. Their defense gave up way too many easy looks, and that kind of defense will turn to a loss any night.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
Welcome back, everyone. There he is, the one and only Magic Johnson, whose statue stands just outside Staples Center. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
And when everyone's keying on you, you have a choice. Become passive or just work that much harder. He consistently chooses the latter.
Well, that's the mentality of a true competitor. Some guys shrink in the face of a challenge. For him, it's what he plays for.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Chris, you've been broadcasting as an analyst for the better part of a decade now. Talk about your process when you personally prepare for a broadcast, prepare for a game.
Wow, that's crazy. It is almost the better part of a decade. It doesn't seem that long. I can't believe I've been retired that long, but
I know it.
Right? I can't. Wow, time flies,
I can't
man.
either.
I have to thank so many of the guys that I've worked with that have taught me kind of how to do it. But my process is kind of like a basketball game when I play. There's a scouting report. I look at the scouting report. I look at the stats for the season. I compare the two teams. I look at this. If I was playing for Team A, what would we have to do? What would my role be? And then I look at it for Team B. I love coaching and management and looking at all those things. And so it gives me a chance to play all those roles and then come up with a game plan. And then from there, I just try to make sure I kind of stick to the rules of commentating when we start the game and go from there. But my preparation is really to get deep into the numbers of each team, but then more importantly, how they've been playing, add that context of what I did as a player, and I know what the teams are going through along with all those analytics, and then kind of just let it fly, and hopefully the fans have fun watching it, but that's my process.
The heart of the team at the 4 and the 5, Griffin and Jordan. Patrick Beverly out there with Rivers, and it's Gallinari in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. One of the most impressive things about Blake Griffin is Greg when he gets out and runs the open floor.
Yeah, not to mention his ability to run the break himself. A terrific ball handler, even under pressure, and one of the best passers at the 4 in the league, if not the best.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Even though he can be a little turnover prone at times, Curry is a tremendous passer.
The Warriors have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Pachulia. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And Beverly kicks to Griffin. Tries it from 19. That shot off.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
Here's Thompson, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
The advanced in-between games, just another thing that makes Thompson so dangerous.
Passes it to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. Now here's Pachulia. Curry outside. Gallinari with the rebound. Now the dish to Beverly. Kicks to Jordan. Feeds it to Rivers. To the middle, the 10-footer. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Griffin.
It was all about his athleticism when Griffin first came into the league, but it didn't take long to see he was about a lot more than that. He's got serious skills down low.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Warriors ahead, leading by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And now we take a look back to Doc Rivers talking to his team from his huddle.
Hey guys, I told you, one bucket at a time, all right? One bucket at a time, and extra passes. Extra passes. Let's go, baby.
Doc Rivers keeping his guys focused on the moment, trying to maximize the results of each possession.
Yeah, and there's no value in getting too far ahead of yourself. Just run the offense the way it was designed and just look for good shots each possession.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter, and if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Warriors depth lineup out there: Curry, Clay, Iguodala, KD, and Draymond. Williams dishes to Griffin. Over Durant. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And no longer a guy you're okay to foul. Griffin's made steady improvement at the free throw line.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within 5. David West, he's checked in for the Warriors. And he is unable to get the second one.
And he wanted all of those, trying to fight their way back into this. Oh, man, you can't get much better look from three-point range than that one. That just wasn't a rhythm.
Pass to Rivers. Gallinari against Iguodala. From the baseline. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Blake Griffin.
Oh, perfect execution. The size mismatch was there, and they went right at it.
Give the assist to the coach that play. He called it. That's great patience by the offense right there. They took their time, got him the ball right where he wanted.
Clippers shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Clippers moving the ball around.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Well, we want people to tune in, don't we? This is what they're tuning in to. Big moments.
Now here's Curry. He dishes it to West. Over Jordan. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Gentlemen, 2 shot.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. Andrew Beverly, he's checked in for Williams. And Golden State also making a change. Durant's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
Nails the trade.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 1. 36 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, and looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Blake Griffin.
Yeah, more than half of their scoring has been through him. It hadn't been selfish either. That's the way they mapped this thing out, and they knew what a tough matchup he'd be for their D, so they just decided to ride it.
Pachulia, he's checked in for David West. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment, and let's take back this game. See what they can do, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Los Angeles calls timeout. They trail by 1. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth. Fader on the way. Connects!
And you know what? The defense allowed him to get into that rhythm.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're down by 1. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
Well, in overtime, Beverly has established himself as just a defensive specialist, juggernaut, an absolute pest who plays his tail off on both ends of the floor.
He's able to hit the second one, and that will put them up by 2. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And it's still within reach.
Well, they need to get a few buckets and a number of breaks to go their way. But it's not impossible.
It's Curry outside. Off target from downtown.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid
to put him on the line.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Thompson for the triple. Right between the eyes. A tremendous three to tie it up.
And in the moment of truth, Thompson putting the team on his back, trying to carry them across the finish line.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Tries from 16.
And that is just a huge bucket from Beverly. I mean, he just has a knack for coming through in big ways for his squad.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, you look confident tonight offensively. What got you going?
My teammates have confidence, and they're confident with me making the right basketball play on the block. Starting to get doubled a little bit, so just have to work on passing out of the post and just taking what the defense gives me.
It was a very impressive show, DeAndre. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.